We've already discussed the passive form and changing verbs from the active to the passive. As you may remember, we change the verbs into the passive when we are not sure who the person or thing doing the action is. The meaning of the verb does not change. However, used to is an exception. When we put used to in the passive, it has a completely different meaning. Let's start with some examples of used to and what it means. We are used to reference something in the past that was habitual. It's often related to activities or hobbies, but can also simply be used to talk about a previous state that lasted for a period of time. For example, I used to play tennis. They used to work at the same company. She used to have more free time. We used to own a big home. When we add be to used to, the meaning of the verb completely changes. I am used to means that I am familiar with something or accustomed to it. For example, I am used to driving on the left-hand side of the road. They are used to discussing matters as a team before making a decision. Our customers are used to the best quality. Now, as a side note, there is one more common expression with used to: get used to. We use get used to talk about becoming familiar with or accustomed to a situation that is unknown, foreign, or strange to us. For example, I've never worked at such a big company, but I will get used to it. They got used to dealing with international partners. International companies often have to get used to different ways of doing business. Now, let's practice a bit. I'll give you a sentence, and you have to decide if used to, be used to, or get used to would be the correct verb. So let's go. She used to, was used to, or got used to bowing instead of shaking hands after 1 year in Japan. The answer is, she got used to bowing instead of shaking hands after 1 year in Japan. Let's try another. They used to, are used to, or get used to communicating with international clients. The answer is, they are used to communicating with international clients. One more. I used to, am used to, or get used to work as an assistant. If you said, I used to work as an assistant, then you're correct. If you're not already used to these expressions, then the best way to get used to them is practice.